Many retirees have money in their tax-deferred retirement accounts. For example, 401ks or 403bs, IRAs, and so on. Some may have funds in tax-free accounts such as Roth retirement accounts or a Roth IRA. But today we're going to be talking about another topic in financial planning, a type of investment account you may not be totally familiar with. It's the brokerage account. Think of a brokerage account as a non-retirement investment account. It's different from your 401k or IRA, which are designed specifically for retirement and has lots of rules. Picture an IRA with a lock on it because it is for a specific purpose, retirement, and it has restrictions. However, the brokerage account, on the other hand, is like an open wallet and it's for your flexible money. All right, let's compare the retirement account with the brokerage account. When building wealth for your future, you will likely use either a retirement account, like a 401k or 403b or an IRA, and you will also probably use a standard brokerage account. While both allow you to invest in a wide range of assets like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, they are fundamentally designed for different purposes. Retirement accounts are a powerful tool because they offer significant tax advantages. Either your contributions are tax deductible or your investments could grow tax free. However, this benefit comes with rules on how much you can contribute and penalties for early withdrawals. Also, there's an age requirement for taking money out. It's at 59 and a half. Now, in contrast, a brokerage account offers more flexibility. You can contribute as much as you want and withdraw funds at any time for any reason. However, the trade-off is that any investment gains will be taxed. Understanding this difference is important for aligning your investments with both your long-term and your short-term financial goals. All right, the most important part of owning a brokerage account that is different from a retirement account is that all the profits you make are subject to annual taxes. All right, first let's talk about capital gains. A capital gain is the profit you make when you sell an investment, like a stock, mutual fund, ETF, and so on, for more than you paid for it. The tax you pay is on that profit. It also depends on how long you held the investment. If you sell something that you held for less than 1 year, the profit is considered short-term capital gains. This is then taxed at your regular or ordinary income tax rate, which is the same rate you pay on your taxable income. But here's the trick. However, if you hold the investment for more than 1 year, it could be one day over 1 year, before you sell, it becomes long-term capital gains. These are taxed at a much lower rate, a much more favorable rate. Currently in 2025, the tax rates for long-term capital gains is 0%, 15%, or 20%. And it all depends on your income. This is advantage. Let me give you an example. If your filing status is single and your taxable income is under $48,350 and you have some long-term capital gains as part of that income, those long-term capital gains will be taxed at 0%. And if you're married and filing jointly, as long as your income is under $96,700, the long-term capital gains that you gain within that income will be taxed at 0%. Now, there's another component of brokerage accounts, and that's dividends. So you need to be aware of dividends. Dividends are payments made by a company to a shareholder. The key difference between qualified dividends and ordinary dividends lie in how they are taxed. Ordinary dividends are taxed at your regular income tax rate, while qualified dividends are taxed at a lower rate, more favorable, like the long-term capital gains tax that we spoke about earlier. So for an example, if you have dividends from a money market fund, they're considered ordinary dividends. If you have dividends from a mutual fund or ETF, some of them or all of them may be considered qualified dividends. When you're ready to open an investment account, you'll find that there are many well-known financial corporations offering a wide range of products and services. Some of the most popular places to open an account, a brokerage account or a retirement account, may include Fidelity Investments, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, etc. As you will see, these firms offer a variety of account types to fit your financial need. For an example, you could definitely open up a standard brokerage account at these firms. And then you could open up a traditional IRA, a Roth IRA. And often, some of your employers may already be using these brokerage accounts or these brokerage firms. So you need to decide where you want to put your money. If your employer already is there in Fidelity or Vanguard or Schwab, you could just add on to that. However, if you need to start a new one, make sure that you look for some key things. Like you want to look for no monthly fees, low or no trading fees, easy to use website. That's very important. And of course, if you want to transfer funds into that account, make sure they have the customer service to do that. As we move into retirement, the way we want to manage our money changes. We want to make sure we have access to cash for our immediate needs while still maintaining some growth potential for the future. I would like to introduce a simple way to help you think about this, which we have broken down into 3 buckets or 3 categories. Let's start with the first bucket or first category, and this is the cash bucket. It's good to have at least 3 to 12 months worth of cash for emergency and living expenses. This is your safe liquid money. You want to store this in high yield, low risk places like a high yield savings account, a money market account, mutual fund, T-bills, and so on. This ensures you are not forced to sell your long-term investments during a market downturn to cover your daily expenses. This bucket is usually located in the taxable brokerage account. The second bucket will be our bond bucket. As we get older, your portfolio should have a certain percentage in bonds. Bonds are less risky than stocks and can generate a steady stream of income. This is money in less risky investments that generate income and can often be found in your retirement accounts. This bucket is usually located in your tax-deferred accounts. And the third bucket is the growth bucket, and this is for long-term investments. This is where your long-term growth investments like stocks and equities and so on will go. This money is usually held in tax advantage accounts like your IRA, your Roth IRA, or your employment retirement accounts. Hopefully, it's a Roth type account. Since these are long-term investments, they have time to recover from any market downturn. This bucket, as we said earlier, is usually located in Roth accounts and, if needed, in tax-deferred accounts. Okay, let's recap our discussion on brokerage accounts. First, they are great for flexibility. This is their biggest advantage. You have full control over your money and you can access it whenever you need to. Second, they are subject to taxes on gains and income. This is an important thing to remember. The tax treatment of capital gains and dividends and interest is the main difference between these brokerage accounts and retirement accounts. And finally, they are best used in conjunction with a diversified retirement plan. Think of a brokerage account as a powerful addition to your overall financial strategy, not a replacement for your retirement accounts.